going to be talking about why standardized testing is bad. In today's time, students and teachers are both put under enormous amounts of pressure to perform well on standardized tests. Standardized tests cannot accurately measure the full knowledge of a student. Also, teachers are now having to teach toward a test. Not to mention the negative effects it has on the students. For the first point, standardized tests do not accurately measure a student's knowledge. It does not show the student's creativity, critical thinking, problem solving, or hard work, which are all qualities that will be needed in the workplace. Also, teachers are now having to teach toward a test. According to a report published in 2013 by the American Federalization of Teachers, students can spend over 110 hours per year doing test prep, 50 hours per year taking the tests themselves, and a total of roughly 15% of their instructional time, which is a lot of time to be spent on testing. Not to mention, they could be using that time to do experiments where the students could be hands-on, one-on-one learning, and most students learn better that way anyways. And they're missing out on teamwork and communication. Since we all have phones now, a lot of people just look at their phone and aren't communicating with other people, so they're going to miss out on learning to communicate because they're learning how to take a test, and later on that will become a problem for them when they get a job. They're also thinking about taking away subjects like art and music and also history. One study I read said most kids I know are so anxious about the high stakes of standardized testing that they hate going to school, but yet they can be really engaged if we engage them through music or through art and projects, which is a large portion of a school day. And if they don't have them, then the students who like art and music and history, when they get into high school, will realize that they don't want to go to school, and then dropout rates will increase over time. And it has negative effects on the students because the test is taken not really in a real world situation. If you think about it, nothing in the testing environment is like the real world. You can't communicate to other students, and it is also timed, and you can't use any resource of any kind. Well, if you think about your daily life, I'm sure you Googled something at least 4 times today, and students aren't allowed to do that, so it's not accurate. And whenever they get out into the real world, they're going to be able to use the resources that they have, and when they're in the testing environment, they can't use any of them. And the test doesn't give any feedback to the students, so a lot of students are really particular about things, and they like things to be perfect, and whenever they're told that they don't pass, they want to know a reason why and how to fix it, but the test makers don't tell anyone the problems, and they can't fix them later on because they don't know the problems. One teacher said that one year the students had fun with the test, making patterns and filling in answers, and she said that Christmas trees were a popular design that year. And that shows that the students aren't really wanting to take the test, so they're saying, okay, that's fine, I'll just bubble in random answers, and then the test becomes irrelevant anyways because it's not accurately measuring their knowledge anyways because they're just randomly guessing, and it is too long for them to focus, so they just decide they'll choose any answer they can put down. And then one student said they were talking to her teacher, and she said, I feel like we have to take all these tests, and if I pass the test, I will live, and if I fail the test, I will die, which is enormous amounts of pressure to be putting on such small children, and it's not benefiting them in the long run to be put under all this pressure. And so these are all the reasons why standardized testing is bad for you and the students. Standardized testing cannot accurately measure the full knowledge of the student. Also, teachers are now having to teach toward the test, and it's having large negative effects on students. Thank you. We made it! Yay!
That was good. It's just gonna be Hudson.
Do you think that's gonna be fun?
I mean, what were we gonna do? Like, she's the one that made you have all these people. This is your family. This Hudson can't just sit out there by himself.
Yeah.
I will have a very firm conversation with her if she.
Oh no, it's gonna be good. She's gonna give you bonus points
She's
for
gonna
Hudson.
get mad at? Do you think she's gonna like get mad?
No.
Okay, so y'all